The Great Council divides. The Lords gather again. Some demand Bran's removal. Others demand a Targaryen ruler to control Drogon. Old ambitions resurface. The realm fractures precisely when unity matters most. Jon's true destiny. Bran reveals Jon's fate. He is the last bridge between fire and ice. To stop the frozen god, Jon must surrender everything: his bloodline, his name, and his place in history. He will save the world, but be erased from it. Arya faces death. Arya infiltrates an ice fortress older than time. Her faces fail. Her tricks mean nothing. The enemy sees souls. Arya survives by embracing who she truly is, not no one, but Arya Stark. The fall of King's Landing. Ice storms clash with dragonfire above the city. Buildings collapse. Panic spreads. Drogon battles the storm itself, refusing to become destruction again. History almost repeats, but mercy changes it. Sacrifice of the Raven. Bran enters the Weirwood network one final time. He traps the frozen god within the memory of the world itself. His body fails. The three-eyed raven dies, ending the age of omniscient kings. Jon and the Dragon. Drogon boasts to Jon not as king, but as balance. Jon rides him beyond the edge of maps, where magic was born and must end. The last night. Under aurora-lit skies, Jon confronts the frozen god. No sword can kill it. Jon sacrifices his blood right, ending dragons, magic, gods, and prophecy forever. Fire and ice fade together. A new song of ice and fire. Magic disappears. Dragons vanish into legend. Jon becomes myth. Sansa rules a free north. Tyrion builds a council without thrones. Arya sails west once more. The game ends not with power but with peace. Arya's discovery. Arya returns changed. West of Westeros, she found lands frozen and burned at once, proof that fire and ice once destroyed civilizations together. Ancient Valyrian warnings speak of a cycle: when dragons rise without balance, the world answers with ice. Arya realizes Westeros stands at the edge of that cycle again. The Iron Islands rise. The Ironborn reject peace. A brutal new warlord crowns himself Salt King, promising plunder and glory. Yara Greyjoy fights a civil war among her own people. The seas grow violent, storms forming without warning, as if the ocean itself senses the coming doom. Tyrion's regret. Tyrion uncovers forbidden texts beneath the Red Keep. He learns dragons were never meant to rule or die without ritual. Daenerys' death shattered an ancient balance older than Valyria. Tyrion realizes the greatest mistake wasn't crowning a tyrant, but killing a guardian without understanding her purpose. The Fire Priestess. A red priestess arrives, her flames burning red and blue together. She declares the gods are lies, only forces remain. Fire once dominated the world. Now ice demands its turn. The Night King was only a soldier. The frozen god is waking. The frozen god. Deep beneath ancient glaciers, an intelligence stirs. It does not seek conquest. It seeks correction. Fire burned too freely. Dragons ruled unchecked. The frozen god rises not to reign, but to erase imbalance, even if that means ending humanity itself. Drogon's choice. Drogon lands outside King's Landing. Panic spreads, but he does not burn. Bran reveals the truth: Daenerys' spirit rests in flame, bound to Drogon. The dragon could destroy the world, but chooses restraint. Grief has taught him mercy. The north falls silent. Villages vanish overnight. Snow moves like predators. The dead rise twisted, not white walkers, but hollow vessels of cold. Refugees flood Winterfell. Sansa prepares for siege, knowing the north may fall first. Game of Thrones, Season 9. The Ashes of the Dragon. The Broken Crown. The Iron Throne is gone, but its curse lingers. King Bran Stark rules from King's Landing, seeing the past and present, yet choosing silence over force.
The common folk respect him, but fear grows, because a king who watches everything yet does nothing feels dangerous in a different way.
Lords argue that Westeros needs strength, not visions.
Peace exists, but it is fragile, thin as frost on glass.
Shadows beyond the wall. North of the wall, the cold behaves unnaturally.
Snow falls upward.
Winds whisper names.
Rangers discover bodies frozen in prayer-like poses, carved with symbols no maester recognizes. These markings are older than the first men, older than the wall itself.
The cold is not advancing like an army. It is awakening. Jon Snow, the true North.
Jon Snow lives with the free folk as one of them, no titles, no crowns.
Yet they follow him instinctively. Ghost growls at empty air.
One night, the ice beneath a frozen lake cracks open, releasing pale blue fire that burns without heat. Jon understands a terrible truth: killing the Night King ended a war, but broke a seal.
The dragons return. In the east, sailors witness destruction from the sky. Drogon burns warships, but never cities.
He circles Valyria, guarding a molten ruin untouched by time. Bran's visions confirm it. Drogon carried Daenerys' body to an ancient fire sanctuary. The dragon is grieving and guarding a power that must not be disturbed.
Sansa, Queen in the North. Sansa rules Winterfell with intelligence earned through suffering.
The North prospers, but fear spreads of dragons returning in southern instability.
Northern lords demand permanent independence. Sansa agrees, but secretly prepares for war.
She knows darkness always returns when men believe it won't.